Hello and welcome to another episode of Put Me In Coach on episode 83, Diamondbacks vs. Rays, Game 2. Lineup of the day, Adrian Castro playing DH, Lou James Grover playing first base, and the rest is the same. It's crazy enough, we are just going 50-50 on lineup and stuff. We're getting base hits, but we're not really scoring a lot. So it's crazy to think about that. The people cannot get on base hit is Kepler, Grover, Troy, and the rest is, and also ADC as well and stuff. Leonardo once, Marino once, Carroll once. Perdomo 3 for 4, by the way. It's absolutely crazy. What he's doing today, and stuff. And Marte has one as stuff. And they were just not getting runs. Like, we're getting on base, but we're not scoring them in and stuff. And that's our most difficult we're having right now and stuff. And it's tough to watch, and it's just they're not doing their part somehow and stuff. Pitching wise enough, I think in pitching wise did great and stuff. It's just not enough because, again, offense cannot do nothing and stuff. And then where enough of pitching is just helping, and then after that, the offense for the other team, like the Rays, is just go off on the pitching, and then we're having difficulty with offense and stuff. So it's not clicking very well for us in a way and stuff. Starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks, Jose Cabrera, went 6 innings, gave us 7 hits, struck out 4, walked 2, and gave up 3 hits. 3 runs, I meant to say. So he did okay and stuff, not pretty. I think his debut was the best overall and stuff because he gave up no runs and stuff, and he did better performance and stuff. I think it was just the Rays were a tough team, They have a really good team and a really good offense and stuff. So it was a little struggle for him to have it, but he still did pretty good overall against this Rays offense and stuff. So I'm more of surprised of how good he did against them and stuff. So good for him. It's not pretty overall, but it's still pretty good. And then the Rays starting pitcher, Cole Sulser, I think that's you call him, his last name and stuff. He went 2 innings. The mean enough of so weird. I don't know what happened to him and stuff. I think, and that's just what the Rays do. Kevin Cash is kind of weird person, taking people out and stuff. He doesn't get the win, surprising and stuff. But yeah, he went 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, struck out once, walked none, run none and stuff. And I don't know. It's just I think he did, yeah. Because I'm seeing my notes and I realized enough. Why he doesn't? Yeah, I don't know. I think Kevin Cash gave taking this pitcher out in probably the second inning to the third. When it's literally tied game 1-1 and stuff. So I again enough of, I'm so surprised enough of it, because if you're a starting pitcher, you're not going to get the win, or it's especially enough it's tied, you're still not gonna get it and so the person is up, pitching, and then if the Rays get more runs than the Diamondbacks and stuff, and then that pitcher's still going and stuff, he will get the win, and fortunately enough, that's really what happened and stuff. So I don't know. I'm not Kevin Cash, He does weird things and stuff. Same thing like what happened in 2020 World Series with Blake Snell. I don't know what's going on. But you know, he does his thing. It works for him and stuff. And sometimes enough of people just like realize enough of just like figure out something to get a win. I guess. Who knows and stuff. So yeah, that's what it is and stuff. And it's hard enough to compare to him with Cabrera and stuff because again he didn't go like the same inning and did a lot and stuff. You know, he only pitched for like 2 innings and that's it. So it's hard enough. Like I would say like yeah, he only gave up one hit and struck out once and stuff and 1 run. Like okay, like you did good for 2 innings was not enough to give me a lot more, I guess. You know, I don't know. Bullpen for the Diamondbacks, Juan Morello, Kevin Ginkel, and Taylor Clark. And that's pretty much it and stuff. Everybody's doing good. We're going to go scoring right now and stuff. And then take out a couple things. So let me edit this out. So I kind of down a little bit. There's not really a whole lot scoring, but I gave like the boring stuff out and stuff. So we can talk about what's important, and the ones that I'm gonna talk about is mostly some of them are more of the Rays, but there's a little bit of the Diamondbacks, a little bit here and there and stuff. Junior Camero hit a solo home run again to make it 1-1 bottom of the first. Jonathan Baranda hit a 2-home run to make it 3-1 bottom of the fifth. And then Kento Marte with a solo home run to make it 2-4 top of the eighth. But fortunately enough, it was not good enough for the Diamondbacks to get a win. So we lost 2-4. That was the final score. Our record is back to 500 on 41 and 41 and stuff. It's just crazy. And also we lost the series, so it's just not looking good for the Diamondbacks at all. Progress, it's just like we gotta score. Like I think that's the most biggest thing on offense right now is just we need to score runs in and stuff. We got to do early. I know we did a couple times and stuff, but it's just we need more. We need more, and I think that's what we need and stuff. And then pitching is doing good. And I don't know. There's just times where enough of we're giving up hits at the wrong time and stuff, and then fortunately the offense is just not helping us to get back into the game and stuff. So that's where we're really, really struggling a lot, and it's mostly the offense. So hopefully we can do good in the last game against the Rays and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it on progress. So, you know, right now I'm recording on the next day and stuff, so fortunately enough, today will be game 3 against the Rays and stuff. The pitching today is Kelly against Rushman and stuff. To be honest enough, I'm not really looking forward to this because like 2 hours of enough here, me recording this, the game is going to start. It's just Kelly is just not performing great and stuff, so I'm a little worried of that in a way. And Rushman is just a better pitcher currently right now, and this is why the Rays are really, really top in their division and have a better record over us, and they're just a better team, and why enough of the Diamondbacks are not doing so well because we're just not performing great and stuff, and mostly Kelly is one of the pitchers are not performing the way he's supposed to be. You know, I'll put Kelly back to the Rangers. Like, take him. Like, I don't need him anymore. Like, come on. Like, I would prefer Jacob deGrom over Kelly, just to be honest enough. Um, it's just like it is just so lame of what I'm seeing from Kelly. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. And so same thing with Gallen. They both like it's just like these are our top pitchers and stuff, and they're just not performing great. So I'm just like I'm so worried so much of enough of just like we're not gonna do so well and stuff for this last game. I literally hope of enough Kelly does perform good. I hope. I want him to success in these games and stuff. I want him to be a good pitcher. I want him to win and stuff. I think he wants that too, but it's just he is just not showing that and stuff. Please show that. Please. You know? Like you are a good pitcher. It's just like you're slopping downhill right now and stuff, and I'm just like just seeing right now of enough of if you perform horrible, we are going to get swept today. That is the truth in a way because Curly of enough, again, Rushman is a better pitcher. I hopefully enough the offense of the Diamondbacks will absolutely dominate off of him and stuff if we can and stuff. That'd be great, you know. I'll look for that and stuff, but if Rushman is doing well and Kelly is not, and the Rays, you know, because Rays offense are absolutely insane. Junior Caballero is just going off, you know. Again, game one and yesterday of enough with two, you know, home runs and stuff because he's like pretty much their big superstar on that team and stuff. You know, their big three is pretty much Diaz, Caballero, and Abrina and stuff. So, and they did great. You know, they still are. You know, we have our three as well and stuff. You know, Marte, Perdomo, and Carroll and stuff. And they did great in these games too, but it's not enough. So it's just like those are the typical things enough of like we you know cannot just say enough of these three players and stuff do good and stuff. We want the whole team to do good, and that's what the Rays are doing too. You know, there's other players on that team can actually smash, and our offense are just not smashing as well, the same as the Rays. So it's just a way of enough of who will perform today, and I think both teams are going to go up there and do the best they can enough to get a sweep or not getting swept and stuff. So that's where enough of what's going to come the end of today and stuff. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's just my expectation is not really high. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. That's what we want because to me, of enough, if we lose of enough, we get swept again overall and stuff, and then we'll be down over 500. I mean, under 500 if we lose today. And if we win, we'd be one over 500 by one and stuff. So, what do I prefer to win? You know, that's the positive to it, but the Rays are just too good. You know, they're really really good team and stuff, and they could absolutely sweep us today, and they could absolutely do it and stuff. But that's not what I want and stuff. But that is what it's gonna look like, to be honest and stuff. You know, but hopefully enough, Cali does good, and Diamondbacks, our offense, are going off of Rushman. Hopefully that will happen, and if it doesn't, then it's gonna be a disaster, and I'm gonna tell you of enough of I'm changing this team. I'm changing this team, like, no doubt about it. I keep telling you, I want this team. I want to manage this team. And I want to make this team a World Series team. And I can make that. Because I'm going to put my heart and my soul and everything in this team of enough, just put a lot of hard work. Like, I will not joke around at this point and stuff. I will be serious and just like let's do this. I'm ready. I've been ready. Because sticking Ravello, dude, he sucks. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.